Few leaders have the insight of our next guest.
We searched kind of high and low, and what we were looking for was a thought leader in the industry.
Webb has helped some of the world's best companies become great companies.
Nicholas Webb is an experienced innovator and inventor.
Webb has 40 patents to his name.
He's also served as the CEO for several technology-related corporations.
And whether as a prolific author, a principal of the Lasson Innovation Institute, or a dynamic speaker, Nicholas inspires us all to think differently.
Damos ahora la bienvenida a Nicholas Webb.
Please welcome Nicholas
Put your hands
Webb.
together for Nick Webb.
Now the new buzzword seems to be disruptive innovation. I mean, it seems to be in every Wall Street Journal article. It seems to be in everything we read. It's all about disruptive innovation. And that's important because I think that Picasso tried to frame this up. Because the interesting thing that I've found is that most people don't really even know what the term disruptive innovation means, and as a result of that, it's pretty hard to make that actionable in their business. So what Picasso said was that every act of creation is ultimately, first and foremost, an act of destruction. But what Picasso really was, and he didn't know it at the time, was a disruptive innovator. He destroyed a model and a philosophy and a belief of art and replaced it with whatever Picasso is. And I think what Picasso would say today is that disruptive innovation is the process of using hacking to destroy things by identifying their weaknesses, and then leveraging the power of enterprise innovation to replace those destructive things with stuff that delivers meaningful net value. It's kind of hard to put it on a bumper sticker, right? It's not quite as cool of a quote, but that's really what disruptive innovation is. I have a friend of mine here today, Monty Palo, who is a orthopedic surgeon. And he's been involved in seeing this with me, is that what we have found just last year in the conservative business of healthcare, we've been involved in over 17 different hackathons. That's pretty incredible when you think about how conservative healthcare is that we're even using the term hacking.
Now realize, healthcare represents about a third of the US economy. Could hackers literally be destroying healthcare? Yeah. They're decentralizing it, they're gamifying it, they're socializing it, and they're hyper-connecting it. You will find, mark my words, in the next 4 or 5 years, when you get an iPad or an iPhone or connected devices, they will have built-in pulse oximetry. They'll have built-in dermoscopes. They'll have built-in. These will be bio-enabled technologies. There's absolutely no question about it, and I've happened to have the privilege of working with some people that are hacking in that space. You'll definitely see that. And that has a big impact on brands. Because if we're connecting people a lot because of the success of wearable technologies, we have the opportunity to deliver authentic value through connection architecture. So here's the innovation shift that's happening today is people realize that, wait a minute, the people who are actually serious about innovation, that are creating the life support systems, that are creating innovation governance, that are creating hyper-influencing social communities within their enterprise. They're using enterprise social networks with game mechanics. They're creating challenges that are surgically connected to their enterprise strategy. Turns out these organizations actually are getting far better returns, in some cases 50, 60% better returns on strategy by using and leveraging the power of enterprise innovation. That's pretty cool.
Nicholas, you talked about coming in with your hazmat suits to a hospital. What is the turnaround time that you've experienced with trying to help a hospital right itself to get back on track and to get and develop the correct innovation culture?
That's a really good question. You know, at the end of the day, I have found people in healthcare are uniquely passionate and intelligent people. I mean, I really believe that more so because we work outside of healthcare a little bit as well. And they want to innovate, they want to collaborate, they want to play. And when you tell them that innovation is happening at XYZ Medical, and that doesn't happen, what you create is this sort of collapse of the innovation brand. So depending how bad the brand damage is of innovation internally with the stakeholders, and I know branding innovation internally sounds superficial, but it's central to being able to get people to participate in the activities. So if they haven't damaged the brand, 3 months.
If they've damaged the brand, you have to do it incrementally, and then you have to do a beautiful job of reporting out success and failure. You have to say, Betty failed, but she did a cool job of trying to do something amazing for our patients.